Welcome to another Ask GMBN. We are going to be getting into your questions. We're still here at World Cup Fever.
We can't get away.
Amazingly, because this event has finished. But you get the picture.
And they're all packing up, look at that.
Yeah, but we couldn't miss the opportunity to answer some of your questions while we were here once again, so I'm going to dive into it. Blake Sampson here, an expert in mountain biking.
Some would say, some wouldn't.
What more could we need?
Yeah.
Right, so let's get straight into your questions this week. First one from Christian BEDDARD, Blake.
Nice name.
He says, I have a Norco Sight A7.3, and when making small adjustments in direction, the changes seem to feel really big.
In what? Okay.
Let me give you some more information.
Yeah, please.
Is there anything you can suggest to help with this, stem length or handlebar wise? So the stem length at the moment is 100 mil, the handlebar length is 760. So it's feeling like it's all a bit twitchy. Twitchy.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I think, go on, let's see what you think first.
So 760 is I would go that's good. 760 is a kind of bar length I would ride. It's kind of in the middle, it's average, it's good. But 100 mil stem.
Yeah, it's a lot.
There it is. There's a problem. I'll run a 35.
Yeah.
Because you're putting it all out there.
Yeah,
it's going to be crazy. Bring it back into you.
The thing you got to think, if you've put your weight in front of the head tube, so your steering is not this anymore, it's this.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to go around the head tube. So that might be why you've got that feeling of a really twitchy
all your body weight's
end.
coming kind of forward onto those bars.
Shorten that stem and you might get a nicer feel. Much more accurate. Wow, it's noisy around here.
I think the fans are leaving. The fans have left.
Fans are going.
They're the last of the fans.
Those riders seem to be arriving. Anyway, right, next question is from Jean Oxford. Which is faster around a World Cup type cross-country course? Full squish with a rigid post, or hardtail with a dropper? Which bit of extra weight gets the most benefit?
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
That's
okay, now that is a very interesting one. That is one that we have to put to the test, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like really depends on the course.
Yes.
Because you see someone like Nino Schurter at certain courses, like Albstadt, he is choosing a hardtail bike, but he isn't going with dropper post. Yeah,
okay.
So, I don't know, it's like...
Which one would you go for?
Well, I mean, Nino's not necessarily a great example because he's not using a dropper a lot of the time now. I would definitely go full squish and dropper. Yeah, I would combine the two together. I think I would because I think the full squish cancels it out. Yeah. Yeah, I can't see how a hardtail, unless the course was very specific, is going to outrun one of those full suspension. But a cross-country expert may say different. Yeah, very good. And while we're on this, why don't we look at a very similar comparison on a video we did recently?
Here I've got two bikes that both could be described as cross-country marathon bikes. One has a dropper seat post, the other doesn't, has a normal seat post. I'm going to test them back to back to see if you really do need a dropper seat post for cross-country.
Now, next question is from Phil Willoughby of Dirt Shed Show fame. Cake. Sent us a cake from Seattle. Yeah, good man. Yes. He's asking a great question. He can rent a £4,800 bike for £100 a day. £100 a day? Yeah. Now, is it worth him doing that? Because obviously he's got no maintenance bills. Okay. It's really easy. Yeah. Super fun. Yeah. He keeps doing that, or does he spend a big chunk of cash on a bike of his own that he's going to have to maintain, but he can tinker and make, you know, bespoke to himself? So what's the best way to go, Blake? 52 weeks in a year. Yeah. Times that by 100. Yeah. Because he's probably going to be doing it once a weekend. Yeah. Because he's probably a family man. So that is what, $5,200? Yeah. That's more money, so it's a bit cheaper to buy your bike, but like you said, if you're going to put in some maintenance into that, you're probably going to be the same. Yeah, yeah. I think I'd buy my own bike. I'll buy my own bike. If you can afford it, buy your own bike. It's pretty cool. I love it. And if you're thinking about buying a bike, I want to convince you to do it, Phil. So check this video out because I think it'll get you going and getting some cash out. Next question is from Hamilton McGrath, who says, I've recently bought a Trek XC hardtail, 100mm of travel, and a pretty long stem. I'm thinking of turning it into a more aggressive trail bike.
An XC bike into a trail bike?
Yeah,
okay.
Getting a shorter stem, longer travel fork. Do you have any other suggestions to turn my bike into a more aggressive hardtail?
Well, it's a cross-country bike, so dropper post?
Yeah, drop post would work. That'd really help.
One by?
Yes, one by, good suggestion.
Stronger wheels, stronger rims.
Yeah.
They can take a punishing.
Yeah.
Rubber.
Great answers.
Look at your tyre choice.
Yeah.
Make that a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. So summing up, that was a dropper post, that was one by, and that was rubber.
Yes.
And better wheels.
Yes.
4 things you could do.
To make it more aggressive.
It's like you make videos about this stuff, dude. Honestly, everything.
Yeah.
Right. Kane Johnson says, hey Blake.
Oh, hey Kane. How are you?
Could we put fat bike tyres on Martyn's wheelchair?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I reckon we could do that.
That would look amazing.
Imagine that fat chair, fat bike.
For Fat Martyn. Yes, we could do that. It'd be an awesome video. I don't know if I'd be able to grab the handrails.
You'll just have to grab those big fat tyres.
Yeah, you just push the tyres against. I could go on some sand.
Let's go to Morocco. Let's go to Egypt.
Yes.
Go down some dunes. We need to get some fat tyres for the front.
You can do tons on a fat bike. I love it. In fact, to prove that, check this video out.
Do you reckon I could bunny hop it and stop just before the end?
That'd be hilarious.
Should we try that?
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, because a fat bike.
Fat bike super grip.
Watch this.
Go on, you've got to stop there. I'll tell you what, let's make it definite. I'm going to park at the end. Right. So you have to stop.
Oh my God. Oh, this is test, dude.
I'm putting myself on the line here. If he doesn't stop, oh my God, this is...
You ready?
I'm terrified. Wait a minute.
Drop it in.
Wait, I'm not
full speed ahead.
Oh
No, see, you can actually push a fat bike.
Yeah, you've done well.
I would like to do another video though.
Done well. We don't need an excuse, do we? Thomas Debman says, I know that slackening my head angle will increase the strain on the head tube, and I'm not too worried about that. My question is, if I slacken my head tube angle, can I then theoretically move up to a slightly longer fork from a 120 to say like a 130 and retain my bottom bracket height? So not necessarily changing the geometry of the bike too much, but actually having changed the geometry of the ride.
Like the rake on the front.
So according to his calculations, he can, but he just hopes he's not missing anything. What do you think?
Well, if you've done all your calculations, then this should be fine. By 10 mil, that's not much, but if you're doing it dramatically, it is going to lift up that BB.
But so you're only going to get like so much change in your head angle. Yeah. I think you're going to need to lengthen the fork, else you're going to get a bottom bracket drop. So, you know, I think you've got to do something to counteract that if you want to try and maintain that bottom bracket height. Yeah. Which can make the bike feel really weird if you change it too much. So yeah, I'd go longer fork.
I'd go longer fork, but not too long, because it will change and it'll feel weird. Yeah, the bike will be like this.
Yeah, let's not go up to triple clamps.
You wouldn't want to do that either.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool. Right, now we've got one for, correct me if I'm wrong, Blake. Yes, let's see if we can help this dude out. Okay. It's Robert Banassi, and he wants some tips on his jumping. Let's have a look. Come on, Robert. Here he comes. Nice little XC style. Oh, he wants more speed, doesn't he?
He does want a little bit more speed. A little bit more speed. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Not getting quite far enough. I think the thing that'll happen as well, Robert, is once you start going a bit quicker, you're going to get more airtime and you're going to get more confidence. It looks like you're slightly lacking in confidence to go for it.
Technique-wise,
yeah, you know, I mean, until you get that distance, I think you're not giving your technique time to happen.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, you've got to find that downslope to really, you know, pitch it in.
Pump that lip as well. All happens at the lip.
It's coming. Lots of our, correct me if I'm wrong, it's always about jumping.
It's all about jumping. Everyone wants to get in the air.
Jump. Yeah. Everyone wants to jump. It's all cool. Yeah. Thank you for your questions this week. Really enjoyed it. It's been amazing being at Fort William. We've had such an amazing week.
Sad to leave, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be sad to leave. But we've got to come back. We've got to come back and get on with some GMBN videos. If you'd like to see a Dirt Shed Show playlist where you can see me and Blake getting up to some antics each week, then click here, hit on the old globes to subscribe, and Blake, what else?
Oh, man, hit that like button if you like this, and give us more questions for the next Ask GMBN.
Bums.